Hey, what's up guys? Welcome to this Unreal Squad Builder with me, your boy FIFA 1 HD, where we're going to be making the most of Zlatan Ibrahimovic by building a squad with a formation and a team that really suits him, that gets the best out of him, and that also is just super fun to use, scores lots of goals, and is also very solid and compact. So before we do, it would mean a great deal to me if you would hammer that like button if you do enjoy the video, subscribe if you are new to the channel, and leave a comment below if you think that I've used anyone that I shouldn't have. Maybe there's a good player out there that would have been better, or if you've used any of these players and you like them too, let me know in the comments below. I'll answer any questions you have both on the team and FIFA 17 in general. So we're going to kick off in goal with a slightly unusual choice for me, as I normally go for Lloris, but I have gone for Thibaut Courtois, and my god, I was not disappointed. This guy is insane. I thought Lloris was good, but he is way better. I mean, some of the saves this guy made to keep me in matches when they should have scored, in reality, they really should have scored. And they were against good players, you know, good players both in-game and who were actually controlling them. And yet he just saved those shots time and time again, keeping me in matches. And overall, I was just very impressed. His distribution is also very good. And overall, top goalkeeper that will make save after save after save. Well worth investing in, I must admit. At right back, we will go to the Calico A. There we go. And we will put Mr. Dani Alves in. 85 rated and an absolute beast as per usual. Lovely pace at 87. Nice shooting and passing. Good going forward. Also got the really high dribbling, which I love. Especially on a team that doesn't necessarily have really wide wingers. It's nice to have fullbacks that have got that ability. His defending and physicality don't seem great on the stats, but in game he's very solid. Good in defence, good going forward. Really like using him an awful lot, to be honest. Partnering him, we have another one from the Calico A and a teammate in the national team, which is Miranda. 75 pace, very tidy on a centre back. 89 defending, incredible, so good, and he plays like that in game. He really does. Very solid. Always in the right areas, and even when he's not, he's got the pace to make up for that. 77 physical, could be a little bit better, but in the air he's good. He's got good strength, and his tackling is absolutely superb, as well as his positioning. We move over from the Calico A to the Premier League now, and we put in David Luiz. Now this guy I've always been playing against, and he's frustrated me time and time again because he makes such great interceptions, really quick on the tackles, never gives you a second to do anything with the ball. And that's how he plays in this game. He is really good for this team. I love using him. He's always on the front foot. He really does get on the back of the attackers very quickly, making him a really solid defender to use. I find his aggression superb. He really makes great tackles, never gives them a yard, and he's got really good pace. Feels much quicker than 73, I must admit. He's great in the air, both in your box and in theirs. He's likely to score a lot of goals and help you stop conceding a lot of goals too. So he's a very good centre-back, works well in this defence, and the defence is capped off by Luke Shaw. Luke Shaw is really solid, really reliable, great range of stats, you know, good going forward. Maybe not the quickest, but with the shadow chemistry on him, he is a lot quicker. So decent pace, lovely dribbling as well, which is really good, as I mentioned with Dani Alves. He's got decent defending and physicality as well. I find him very effective, both going forward and in defence, which is always good. At central midfield, I do need to change him. I've been playing him with the cam position on him, just because I use him in so many teams, and that is Kevin De Bruyne. This guy is brilliant, so good with the ball in a wide range of scenarios. I mean, he's great passing the ball. His range of passing is superb. He's great at shooting with the ball. He can just do anything, and his dribbling is also really up there. He's got a nice bit of physicality, nice bit of pace to his game, very well rounded, and all really pushing to the high end on the things that you want him to do. He's in there for the assists. He'll get goals too. overall, I really enjoy using De Bruyne. I think he's a really solid player, and he actually makes a fair few decent tackles as well. So overall, a very, very good player that's really creative, easy on the ball, works superbly well in this midfield three. He's got a good engine on him, and he feeds those front three very, very well indeed, as well as chipping in with a goal or two for himself. Now we move over, and we're going to go back to Serie A, or Calico A, some like to call it. And we're going to pop in Nainggolan, and we're also going to pop in inform Joa Mario. So we're going to start off with Nainggolan. This guy, if you don't know already, is an absolute boss. He is very similar to Kante in terms of all over the pitch, you know, which does mean he gets quite knackered in this team. Because for me, he is everywhere. He is all over the opponent, no matter whether they're high up the pitch or in your half. He's always there making great tackle after great tackle after great tackle. And what's brilliant is that once he wins you the ball back, he's got the great range of passing, nice tidy pace and dribbling, where he can use the ball effectively. He can get himself out of tight spots. He can really let off some amazing shots. He's got the shooting down to an absolute T, especially nice long ranges just outside the box. He can score those goals all day long. Very, very effective in those sort of scenarios. But why I love him, why he's in this team, really, he's that enforcer. He's that Roy Keane, Patrick Vieira of old type player that wins the ball back and just provides a bit of a screen in front of the back four and allows the other two either side of him to actually play and to use their creative talents. But also, like I said, when he's got the ball, he's quite creative as well. So it's a nice mix in this midfield, but he is definitely there for his defensive capabilities, I must admit. Joa Mario is very, very solid and similar in a lot of ways to De Bruyne. You know, he's got a nice amount of pace for a central midfielder, but where he really excels is in his passing, his dribbling. He's also got that defensive physicality sort of side to his game, so he can chip in with tackles when you're really up against it, maybe against a good player. He also chips in with that defensive work, but going forward, he's very, very reliable. Gets loads of assists in this team, chips in with goals as well, and just makes it a very versatile midfield that are comfortable on the ball. Have got that great killer passing that feed that front three time and time and again, making it really good whether you've got the ball and they're defending or whether you're counter-attacking and moving the ball quickly. You can do it all with this team, and that is mainly down to how good this midfield three is. At right forward, I have got to say this guy absolutely blew me away. I could not believe how good he was. And this is first in form Salah, 84 rated and absolutely unstoppable. Scored me goal after goal after goal, always making really solid runs. And with the way this team plays with Ibrahimovic, he just always gets in behind. You know, Ibrahimovic often drops short, allowing space, you know, because he's pulled the maybe one or two defenders with him. So when Ibra does that, Salah can get in behind. And literally the amount of goals this guy scored, always popping up in good areas. Also got loads of assists as well. His shooting is superb. The runs that he makes is superb. He's got really, really solid pace. You know, very, very good. And just overall, I loved using him. I mean, for me, he was brilliant. He did exactly what I wanted from him. Very, very effective. Well worth going out and buying. You know, there are much better Salah cards out there, but this one did the job. I did not see the need to spend that extra money considering how good this card is, so I definitely recommend it, I must admit. Now we're going to put the big man in. Go back to the Premier League. The team that this is all sort of centred around is Ibrahimovic, and to get the most out of him. And he chips in with loads of goals, but like I said with Salah, you know, the way that he drops short and the sort of, you know, dribbling ability and passing ability that he's got allows the other two either side of him to play. That's why the formation works and the team works around him, because he makes good runs. The sort of forward players, you know, drift off, can get crosses in for him where he's very, very lethal. Overall, he's just a fantastic player to use. Confident, strong on the ball, great dribbling as I mentioned. His finishing is second to none. Very, very clinical, both inside and outside the box. Obviously the pace isn't there, but that's why you use the left forward and right forward. He's got such good attack positioning that he makes great runs, and he's got the players around him to find him every single time. It's unreal. Ibrahimovic is the man. He's worth going out and splashing the cash on, because in this team he is absolutely unstoppable. At left forward, we finish it off and we put in Martial. Martial is one of the most used players in Ultimate Team this year, and there's a reason for it, because he's so damn quick. He's got really, really good shooting, and his dribbling is to die for at 87. I've used a sniper card on him because I improved that dribbling and shooting, and for me he was just absolutely brilliant. In a very similar way to Salah, he made really good runs. He was always getting in behind. He scored goal after goal and loads of assists. I really recommend this team. It was superb for Ibrahimovic. Works so well. It does cost like around sort of 630 to 650,000 coins, so it's expensive, and that's mainly because of Ibrahimovic. But if you've got the money, my god, do I recommend you going out and buying it. It is so damn good. And now we're gonna go and have a look at the player instructions that I use on these guys. So I only set them to getting behind for the left and right forward. As you can see, they're only on getting behind, so they do have a mix of whether they drift wide or stay central. Ibrahimovic is stay central and getting behind, because naturally he will drop and he will do that target man thing by himself. So by setting it getting behind, you just allow for him to make some good runs where he just peels off, maybe where the defenders step up and they're worrying about someone else. And it just works very well, I find. And then I've got stay back while attacking on Nainggolan and aggressive interceptions to win you that ball back. Do a very good job. He still gets forward, don't get me wrong. As you saw, he still chipped in with a goal or two, but the stay back while attacking does just mean that he is a little bit more defensive minded. Nothing on the other guys. The only other sort of thing I do have is on the fullbacks, which is stay back while attacking, as you can see on both. Again, it just limits them a little bit, you know, it doesn't stop them completely. We'll now look at the custom tactics, and as you can see, very speedy build-up play, you know, half passing, organised, and then we go passing there at 60, crossing at 40, shooting at 70, because we've got some really good players who can shoot very well. Organised positioning, pressure at 60, aggression at 60, team width at 50, and defensive line at cover. So as I say, this is a very expensive team, but it is the best way to get the most out of Zlatan Ibrahimovic, in my opinion. It is unbelievable to use. Highly recommend all of these players in the team. So whether maybe you can't afford the whole team, but you could afford one or two of the players, definitely try them out, because they are all absolutely superb. I hope you enjoyed the video, guys. If you did, please hit that like button, hit the subscribe, and peace.